Yeah, I like how I did that, right? See, look, wait, one more time. See, look, I did this, turned back like I'm doing behind the back pass, lob it up to myself, caught it, just like 2016, boom. Then I just slam dunked it, but this isn't really a slam dunk. This is like a slam dunk, but it's just like I just hit the force. Y'all know. What's up, YouTube? What's up, family? What's up, newcomers? I am out of breath. Let me try to hurry up and speed. What's up, YouTube? What's up, newcomers? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Right? How to ruin your rap career? Let's go. Comment down your favorite rappers. Now, Weezy, Lil Wayne is the GOAT. Obviously, y'all kids are gonna say YB, y'all gonna say whatever. And the old heads gonna probably say Jay-Z or Eminem. But Lil Wayne is the GOAT, obviously, of all time. But in this period, it's Drake. I'm gonna put YB in there. I'll put Future in there. You know them, but of all time, yeah. Let's get it.
If we have learned anything over the past couple of years, it's that rap groups certainly don't last forever.
They
And
don't.
more often than not, success can drive friends, families, and collaborators to grow apart.
Yep.
But what happens when you and your homegirl rise to fame at the same time on the same song, just to block your blessing, including your first big collaboration and feature because you simply can't get along? Because that's exactly what happened to Pluto and YK Nice on their new viral song, Whammy. And I have a funny feeling this entire ordeal will leave a lasting mark on their independent careers. So let's talk about it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, what's in with it? I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. I'm talking about in it. Now, imagine this. You and your friend make a viral song together just for her to start acting brand new with the fame and ice you out. Man, that's cold. But it seems
Ooh, get a load of this! Sonic Shakes are now half price after 5 p.m. So now you can.
But it seems like that is only part of the issue when it comes to Pluto and YK Nice and their song Whammy. But all of this is really just a tale as old as time. Rap duos and groups never last. Bonus points if they're female rap artists. And this entire situation reminds me of what happened.
I don't even know any female rap groups really. Yeah, City Girls. Hold on, wait. Let me refresh this. It is Let me refresh. We back. Hold on. Yeah. Like I was saying, with the female groups, City Girls, TLC. I think that was the name, TLC, and then they got paid like 50 cents or whatever. I don't even know. They basically said they was broke, and they explained how the deal worked. Yeah, that's all female groups I know. Hmm. Yeah, that's it.
With Lola Brooke, Billy B, and the track Don't Play With It. Soon as it blew up and garnered attention, Lola was everywhere performing the song, with Billy noticeably absent from the stages. It must be some kind of rap girl summer smash hit curse, but listen, I'm getting ahead of myself because it's only right that I popped back up on your screens right before summer begins. There's a very good chance that we have some fire rap anthems on the way, and I'm ready to talk about them. But one song that it seems I absolutely cannot avoid on social media, next to Boots on the Ground, of course, is
I
Wem.
mean, really? Let me just get off topic, man. Look, if Shiesty, they said Shiesty is out. Why does it keep freezing? What is going on? Hold on. Why does it keep freezing? Hold on. if it, all right, let me try. All right, come on, they trying to, come on, come on, come on, they trying to stop us. They're not gonna stop us though. But like I was saying, like if Shiesty, they said he was free. I don't know. Obviously, if he did drop, that'd be good. Summertime music. If Dirk was free, good summertime music. If Future just, you know, he just released a mixtape. I don't know, but and then Drake said, the album gonna come too. So it's like, hey man, let's go. But as for females, I don't really know. I don't really listen to y'all. Not for real though. Yeah, actually, I don't. Wow. Wow. Like obviously, like Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Rihanna, a little bit like that, but not like the rappers though.
Whammy. It almost feels like as soon as I open social media, someone is doing the viral dance at a party where it's playing or at an actual show with either of these girls performing, separately, of course. And it seems like Big Pluto and YK Nice certainly have a hit on their hands. Whether it's this catchy Zaytoven beat, the I Don't Give a F lyrics, or the popular ad-libs like Lululemon. Listen, Whim Whammy seems to be the song of the summer for many. And if I had to describe this duo and this track, I think it's this second coming of Glorilla's FNF, right? Everyone from listeners to A&Rs and record companies are all
Yeah, they said Glorilla got her nose done. I mean, I don't really care. Hey, just check the DMs. Yes, I am, bro, but it don't matter. I can cook you some breakfast real quick. What you want? You want scrambled eggs with the waffles? I got that. Okay, now as for dinner, okay. I know you rich. You gonna want some steak. I don't know how to cook that. So yeah, I don't know how to do that. Well, we can just cook noodles. I can cook rice though. I do know how to cook rice. That's it. Rice and chicken. If that's what you want. Broke nigga special. And then just turn on Shrek. That's it. That would be a good dinner night. Turn on Shrek, and then we done.
always looking for the
sure.
next new female rap artist. With a hit,
I don't
they can
blow
perform at
it.
all the clubs and pop out for bookings and appearances. And bonus if they're actually homegirls. But the key is to find a hit, make it stick, and snag a record deal before it gets cold outside so you can run up the bag all summer long. So they struggle with going viral and catching some momentum right now. Because we all know what comes next, a feature from a mainstream rap artist. And in this case, it only makes sense that it would be someone to match their vibe,
Like Cardi,
right?
right?
Insert Lotto. About a week or so ago, Lotto popped up with her sister Brooklyn on the Ty Lil show, who, funny enough,
I watched the stream. They both bad. Yep. And these are both the good types, right? Obviously, we don't know about personality, but they got the body types. She's the tall, slimmer one. Still got something. Still got something. She's the short, curvy one. But yeah, these are the type. Yeah. I mean, they both bad. Like I say, if y'all, we can just eat at Checkers, like for real. Eat at Checkers. If you want to sit through the dine-in table right there, we can. Just hit me up. Or you can just get the $5 meal from McDonald's, like for real, like broke nigga special, well, broke to y'all, basically, not to me, because we been having money for sure. All right. That was just a little something.
enough has been following in the footsteps of his friend Kai Cenat, with bringing artists on, listening to their new music, and promoting new projects. And aside from showcasing her song Somebody and this new Body by Raven clothing collab, She also went ahead and leaked her verse for the Whim Whammy
Oh
remix
my.
because it apparently is no longer coming out, and it's all because of the artist. Damn Pluto and YK. Now, while talking about the track, Lotto made it clear that the two had way too much going on right now for her to go along with the release, even though she already.
I wasted thousands on expensive
Oh
car
my.
insurance until I found this hack. Listen to
Look,
this,
this
guys.
how
I
you
have a
know this is fake.
2018
This
Tesla
isn't
Model
even
3, and
a
I love
real
my car, but
video.
it's not a
This
Porsche.
isn't even a real ad. This is fake. That's AI. See, they're trying to fool you. Don't do that. That's fake. All right, play. See, look.
even though she already
Yo,
recorded
buddy.
a verse for it. And according to the internet, the rumor or reason why is because Pluto sent Lotto a version of the track with only her on it, without her friend and collaborator YK Niece. Of course, social media was going crazy with sides divided. Some people felt like, well, it is Pluto's record. She is the one doing the majority of the rapping,
I
and
guess.
apparently the one who wrote the entire song, which she has stated in interviews. But other people feel like, well, damn, YK Niece is the one who actually made the song pop with her ad libs. Like Lululemon, and I'm talking about In It, which is super comical, but it sticks. Now, the lore of Whim Whammy seems to be that Pluto came to YK Niece with the track as she had been sitting on the song in her drafts. And when she played it, YK Niece added her little razzle dazzle, as Pluto always has trouble adding ad libs to her songs. But the whole song, including both of their verses, was written by Pluto. After deciding they should record and heading to the studio, they put the song online and it picked up traction, specifically after this viral performance with Red District. But as quickly as the song blew up, their friendship did as well. Because while Pluto was out here on a streaming press tour telling us about the background of the song,
I mean, do y'all think she gonna be a one-hit wonder? Just say yeah or no. I can see it. I can see it. You know, that's the thing with music. Only real music is gonna last. And it just depends on your era and your personality, really. Obviously, you know, Frank Ocean, you know, y'all fans, y'all not getting the album Stop Being Delusional, you're not getting that. Rihanna fans, you're not getting that either. Who else? Um that's all I know who didn't drop. So Stop Being Delusional. Yeah, y'all can keep listening to those old songs, which is timeless. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if she don't drop in like the next month and a half, she gonna be forgotten about. Then guess what? Okay, let's just where's the mouse? All right, let's just say boom, it's June. She dropped in July. All of a sudden, randomly. If y'all like it, that's good. If you don't like it, boom, she fell off.
YK Niece had no idea about these streams and bookings at all. Ain't that crazy? Now, I will say that some streamers and platforms did reach out to YK individually, perhaps after they realized that the duo decided to split. It's something that YK mentioned. After a while, they decided, well, we're not going to come out as a rap duo. We're going to be individuals, but we're going to perform the song together.
Okay.
But there has still been much confusion, like this one performance that both of the girls were booked for together, but performed at separately. Yes, they both came out and performed Whim Whammy individually, along with one of their own solo songs. But apparently YK had no idea this was supposed to be happening, and even tried to speak to Pluto and her team about it, but they said, listen, it ain't giving dual performance. Despite her trying to get Pluto to come out during the set, she did not. And to add insult to injury, when Pluto took the stage, they told YK she had to go. She could not be on the stage
Wow.
at the same time. This all caused both girls to go live, with Pluto addressing the public saying she was the one getting booked for these things, not her good sis YK. And as a result, she was not stopping her munyan for anybody, which is crazy because even if that was the case, if someone approached
You're
you
not even getting paid that much anyway, so it don't really matter. But that's crazy. Let's just deep dive real quick. Boom. I got a rap duo. They wrote the song. Our person, let's just say, boom, I wrote the whole song, and I just gave you half of it. You saying the last part. I just saying most of it. Da 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 da. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, they're not getting paid this much. Like, come on, bro. You're talking about renting up the money. We're gonna get paid like 15. No, let's just say you get paid 1,300 max, cause you small. 1,300 max. The lowest you can do is like $500. That's nothing real.
for a performance or a booking or even a feature or remix
You're not.
for this particular
not
song,
good at
Wham
least.
Whammy. I think it makes sense for you to say, okay, let me contact the other person on this song.
Why
Maybe
does
because
it
it's
keep
business,
freezing?
maybe because it's your friend. And I know there's someone out there who is thinking to themselves, well, if it's my song and I wrote it and I let you hop on, I don't have to consult you. That's just my homegirl who hopped on the track. But the thing is, YK's name is still in the song credits,
Like,
which
that's-
means she's likely getting that bag regardless. And she has definitely been popping out and performing it solo. Not only that, but as the two are airing out their dirty laundry, YK apparently allowed Pluto to live with her prior to the blow up, as the song literally came to fruition. Now, I ain't saying you need to be giving your friend the moon and the stars just because she might have helped you out during a rough patch or whatever, but at the absolute most, bringing her along for the ride to success on a song that she also helped bring to life seems like the solid thing to do. Yet here she is going on live saying that YK was so desperate she was ready to sign for $20,000 to pay for her nephew's funeral. Like, what?
Nah, that's actually insane though. 20K? I mean, like, come on. Okay, look. You know that's nothing. That's literally nothing. That's a car. You're broke after you buy the car. What can you do with 20K though? You can't. What can you do? Same thing with the Bambi situation. If y'all watch Could Have Been Love Records, that was actually a 10 out of 10. Hey, Drewski, I'm probably, I'm pretty sure you're in the works, Like, if you want me to be the cameraman, hey, I'm going to be the cameraman, I can't, hey, no, actually, no, I'm not going to be the cameraman. I'm going to be on camera with you. I'm going to be the assistant. I'm going to be like, yeah, I think she might be the one. She might be the one. Oh, yeah, no, she ain't the one. She not the one. And then, just give me a check too. Same thing with Bambi's situation. They saying that she broke, about a nigga Hellcat. I don't know. But she said she bought a house, she bought a car. It's good for her. She still got money. Cool. But yeah, 20,000 each said you need to pay for your nephew's funeral. That's insane. You basically broke after that. $20,000. You can't do nothing with that. $20,000. What can you do with 20,000? You can't do nothing with 20,000.
Just forget morals.
Come on.
Okay. But according to Pluto, she has known YK for
Nigga,
less
that's
than
a
a
car.
year. So I'm starting to feel like she doesn't feel obligated to make sure she's in on the success. Like, you my friend, but I barely know you. But if it wasn't enough that they lost the Lotto feature on Wham Whammy, none other than Sexy Red comes to snatch it up. Now, as you can imagine, the chat was looking at Sexy Red sideways for this move, with many comments and videos calling her weird, saying she isn't a girl's girl, and how
I always said, like, I don't know. Hey, I'm gonna have to get some shots. Let me just say like 5 shots. That's the
how
only
she
way.
should have made sure to do a remix
Let me
with
just drink
both
real quick.
artists.
Yeah.
And while Sexy does have the right to choose to do the track with Pluto only, if it was me, okay, if I was YK niece, I'd be like, all right, well, remove my ad-libs then, if you don't want me on the track. But a very solid collective point was made about all of this drama with the feature. Sexy Red seems to be desperate for a revival. She needs a viral hit more than these two girls. Because while all three of them can certainly use another hit record to ensure they remain relevant, these two are new, okay? Sexy Red is last summer's news, and Wham Whammy does sound like a Sexy Red song. It just needs a
I
few
don't
more
think that's
disgusting
Sexy Red
lyrics to
music.
make it authentically hers.
And the
So it's no
moment
wonder she wants to hop on it. She wants to make sure that her spot as a ratchet rap
I have
girl is solidified for at least one more summer. This really reminds me of a year or two ago when, the whole narrative was that Sexy Red was coming in and snatching Glorilla's spot. Remember that? Everyone was saying we could only have
Nah, Glorilla the hottest. She the hottest female rapper it is right now. Think about it. Meg had her little Meg. I don't really know if she really had a nah. Yeah, nah, I don't really think she had like a real summer though. Cardi B, yeah, she did the thing. Yeah, it's really Glorilla. Yeah, she the hottest one right now. Nobody's hotter than her, really. Yeah. Hmm. That's really it. That's all I know. Yeah, Lotto is right behind her. All right, Glorilla, Lotto. I guess said she read. No. Wait. Glorilla, Cardi B, Lotto. Said she read Meg. That's it.
have one hood ratchet rap chick and that Sexy
Yeah.
Red was killing it. And I'm really
Hey, at
glad that
least
they
they
did
got a
not let
McDonald's though.
this
Hey,
whole competition
that's
that the
all over
internet
you.
created get in
For
between
sure.
them because I love their collaboration together on Glow's debut album. But we now see that Glorilla has bypassed her, at least when it comes to measuring success as a female rap artist currently. And it feels like the desire for Sexy Red as an artist has kind of dwindled, right? We love the hood anthems, but we burnt out on what you bring to the table as an artist. It's more shock value than talent. And most importantly, it isn't timeless music, it's microwavable. And it's funny that we now have Glow, who has a solid debut album, went on her first major tour, and has sort of solidified herself in her own lane. And Sexy is
And what's crazy, I just kept hearing this song on the radio with T Pain. T Pain killed the hook. You ain't gotta say the word, give me what I'm looking for. I just gotta tell everybody. Yep.
eager to hop on this new
He killed
generation
it with the
of
hook.
hood female rap artists because she needs to. Like, there's no doubt it looks like she's doing them a favor by embracing them. And I feel like this moment will eventually come full circle for YK and Pluto. I really feel like they should have stuck it out, took one for the team, and ran it up together before flying solo. Do another song or two together, do a 3-song EP, listen, do a mixtape
That
where
was me.
both of you are on some of the tracks and then other tracks have only y'all individually. So as listeners, we can see how you're coming. Are you
Yes,
better
sir.
solo or as a duo? Because eventually you're going to break apart anyways. That's how it goes. We know the story all too well.
Mm,
It's almost
she's right.
How much longer are you going to sit there and watch others
She's right.
create the life that you want to live before you finally decide to
She's
go and take
right.
action and getting
It's
She's right.
almost like an inverted City Girls because if y'all don't know, originally it was going to be Young Miami and JT. It was not going to be the City Girls. And that's so interesting how it winded up playing out. We already know it's you get the hits, you get the money, you fall out, or you either just grow apart with no animosity. Glorilla is another example of this. She had this whole little rap collective with her friends. They weren't a group, but they all had these songs together. And then Glorilla got signed and eventually blew up. Some of her friends got signed, but they either were in shady contracts or the quality of their music simply wasn't hitting. And everyone is kind of looking at Glorilla like, so you're not going to put your home
Yeah, you gotta realize always get a lawyer, you know. She signed the deal on the PJ. Yeah, she did say that in that song though. I forgot which one she did. She signed the deal on the PJ. Yeah, but you gotta realize nobody. Come on, bro. 99%, 100% of people, we're not reading no terms of service or we're not reading no contract. So they may be saying, and you know what's even more crazy? They're gonna put they're gonna put in bold or the big letters, right? They're gonna put, what they gonna put? They're gonna put like the number or the years. You got 5 year and you signed for $80 million for 5 years. Divide 80 million by 5, that's how much you make a year. Cool. That's how much is that? 80 million. Wait, 80 by 5. 80. That's 4 million a year, right? Wait, 80 million. Wait. Wait, 80 million divided by 5. Hold on. $80 million divided by 5, right? How much is that? So that's 1.6 million a year. Okay, so they're gonna put that in bold, right? 80 million for 5 years. How and then they're gonna tell you how many albums, how many tracks that they want from you. 7 albums, and within the span of 5 years. Cool, but then you didn't read this fine print. They may say 80%. We take 80, you take 20, right? Or we take 60, you take 40. So always read.
Homegirls on, so you're not gonna get them.
And I just seen, like, I don't know if that's true. Allegedly, DDG signed the phase, and they said that they take 80% of income from him. That's insane. They take 80% of what he make. Nigga, you broke. It don't even make sense.
No big feature. Why they not on your album?
Yeah.
Like, why only one on your album? All of that. But in this case, I simply find it hard to see real long-term success with these two. Like, you're starting off bad, but I do think that collaborating with similar artists could potentially work. We are really knee deep in the, okay, I went viral 2 months ago. Now I have to make sure to keep it up to
Yep.
remain relevant and get money.
Where you fall
New
off.
artists are not passionate about music, the craft, making good music that audiences enjoy.
Mhm.
Hell, making good music that they enjoy. What the hell?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Rock for 9. Yep. That was a silly song. He wasn't even trying, but it's just fun. That was basically an experimental song. And it went good. That's the thing. Artists need to get out the comfort zone. Like, Cardi, he's in his prime. But I really think, because the thing is, Cardi never fell off, if you really think about it. He only got hotter each year, or every time he dropped the mixtape. I thought that was an album. That's actually a mixtape. We can still call it an album. The first album that he dropped, boom. Very good. Got higher. Woke up like this. Flex. Magnolia. All these other songs. Boom. A year later, he dropped again. Or 2 years later, he dropped again. Boom. Dalit. Boom. Went even higher. Got a feature from Thug. Feature from Gunna. Flatbed freestyle with the baby voice. He got a long time in there. Boom. Dropped 2 years later after that. Whole lot of red. Boom. Got even higher. But that took time though, because when he first dropped, everybody was hating on it. Right? And now this is the thing with our brains. If we keep hearing trash music, it's going to start sounding okay or good. I'm not gonna lie. I kept hearing that Will Smith freestyle. I'm like, wait, this is trash. Hold on, I don't know what he got, that old head flow, nigga. I'm not about to listen to that. Then I just kept playing it 2 more times. I'm like, wait, he got a nice flow. This is actually starting to sound good. So it's decent though. It's not a 10 out of 10, but he is good for his age. He's 50 something. He's doing. He okay rapper. If he drop, I'm not listening to it though. But yeah, he good. And then 5 years later, doom. Cardi dropped our music. He's still in his prime, basically. That's really all I'm yapping about.
What is a win whammy? Nobody knows, but it's provocative.
Yeah.
It gets the girlies going. Anyways, what do you think? Do you
That's really all I was just yapping about. And yeah, nobody don't really take time with music because it's a different era. We are in the 2020s. Nobody's not gonna sing like they're in the 90s, talking, begging on your knees, dancing in the ring, spinning, about to catch a cold over a girl that you somehow like, and she's still cheating on you. You singing out the window. Nobody's not doing that. It's not the 90s or even the 80s. We are in the 2020s. Nobody's not singing like Ray J or Mario in the early 2000s because that's literally impossible. Nobody's not doing that. I'm talking fast. I don't know why. We are in the 2020s. Same thing. Nobody's not going to rap or sing just like the 2020s. Okay. Or like the 2010s because we're in the 2020s once again. Everything is fast paced. They're not caring about no kid, no. They didn't even care about Shrek. Everything is cartoony. I'm speeding it up because I'm trying to end this, and yeah, everything just basically cartoony. They just speeding everything up. Y'all seen the Shrek trailer? I don't know what they even try to make. Everything is so cartoony. Everything is fast paced. Thanks to TikTok. TikTok broke my humor. Thank you, TikTok. I like to think that I laugh at everything now, even though I am a goofy person. But thanks to TikTok for even breaking my humor even more. And the same thing with TikTok. You know, everything just fast paced. You know, it's not like YouTube where you can just sit down for the restaurant. TikTok is McDonald's or Wendy's. Cool, because that's how it's gonna show no attention span. YouTube is a 5-star, 4-star restaurant. You just sit down, eat, enjoy your time, quality. That's where you sit down and eat and watch your favorite content creator. You know, if y'all sit down and watch me, that's very good. I'm very happy. I love you. If you don't, that's cool. I don't really care. And that's really it because you know, like the thing is, just like with Boss Man D'Lo, you know, yeah, he did get us. He got. I mean, you got exposed twice. You got you come on. You got exposed twice. Your pants down and your you got your pants down. Right. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, you got exposed of that. Talking about eating hibachi on the top floor. Then you got exposed again. Da, 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 da. Cool. Same thing with him. You said in an interview, yeah, you know, I'm not really trying to make no 4-minute, 3-minute song. I'm just gonna make a quick and easy song with the hook and then that's about it. Cool, that's cool. I don't really think you got that much time because if you keep doing that, you're gonna end up falling off. Cool. And I think that I'm done. Very good video, man. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Love you. Make sure y'all you know, just gave y'all a hug. That's really good.